I'm Father Robert Balacer, the Digital Jesuit host of This Week in Enterprise Tech, here again at Enterprise Connect 2017 in Orlando, Florida. Sitting next to me is Al Cook. He is the product director and the head of contact center business at Twilio. Al, thank you very much for taking time to speak with us.
Good to be with you.
Al, what is Twilio? How would you elevator pitch Twilio?
Yeah, so Twilio is a cloud communications platform. What that really means is we give the building blocks for enterprises to build the exact communication experience that you need. So whether you're ING building an entire contact center from scratch using the communication pieces that we have, or whether you're someone like Morgan Stanley taking a digital transformation to your enterprise, we give you things like voice, video, messaging, web chat, and orchestration services like TaskRouter, which is a skills-based routing engine, to make it really easy to build the exact experience that you need, rather than taking something off the shelf and then just having it do that exact thing and having to beat it into submission to get to the capabilities that you want.
Now, as a company that builds these custom deployments, I think you might have more of an insight than others as to the motion of the industry, because you've got customers who are demanding the chat and the IM and full room conferencing. Those all need to be built into different parts of your solution. Where have you seen the industry going over the last few years? I mean, we're moving everything into the cloud. Everything now is about experience rather than the tools. What have been the most exciting trends in UC that you've seen over, say, the last 5 years?
Well, I think you said it right with experience. The real difference that we see is businesses need to treat their customers like humans. They can't treat every single customer the same way. And whether that means that you are needing to build an IVR experience that is really customized to the individual customer journey, or whether you're building an agent experience that gives all of the context of the interaction so that the agent knows exactly who they're talking to and why they're talking to them. Those are the things that you need to do to be able to treat a customer like a real human and not just another number, so that you don't have this horrible experience that we're all used to where you have to say your customer identification number 5 times over through your journey through a contact center. And the thing that you need to be able to do that is to be able to iterate. Experimentation is the key to innovation. And if you can't change something quickly, you can't try, you can't get there. And that's where we really see the trajectory of people really at an enterprise philosophical level embracing agile, embracing being able to do things incrementally and say, okay, I don't want to just build a custom contact center. I want to be constantly tweaking it, constantly changing it to get to the exact experience.
Now, what you've described is exactly the perfect user experience, someone who's using the solution. That's what they should have. That's what we want them to have so that they'll continue using the tool. But there's another part of the experience that's also important. That's the experience of the people who have to deploy it and maintain it. A perfect solution is not perfect if it can't be deployed correctly. So, reaching out to the IT folk in the audience, could you offer any wisdom from Twilio, from your experience of building these custom solutions, of what they should be looking for? What are the things that they don't know that they need to find out before they decide on a solution, before they start deploying and then realizing halfway through the deployment, this is not going to do what we need it to do?
Yeah, good question. Probably the first thing I'd say is I see there's often this false dichotomy between you can be carrier grade or you can be cloud agile. And there's this concern that you can't be both. And the first thing I would say is you definitely can be both. That carrier grade is often interpreted to mean don't touch it, don't change it. It's like a Jenga tower. If you touch it, it will all fall over. So you just have to leave it be. And that we've built a fundamentally different architecture that gives you carrier grade and it gives you agile. And so to give you some data points on that, compared to the traditional path of upgrading a premise-based infrastructure, every 6 months and having downtime on every single upgrade, and if you need to get to a version that's many steps above, you need to upgrade through every single level. Twilio last year shipped 8,000 production enhancements to our platform in 1 year. 8,000 times our platform got better, so 8,000 times the enterprises who built on our platform got better in turn. And we did that while exceeding a 5 nines uptime. And so that gives you that sense of you can be on something that is really agile and really fast, and you can have the reliability of it. So with that as a foundation, I would say you can trust your developers. You can trust that you can build the exact experience that you need and know that it will be there for you. Security and reliability always have to be job number one, but if you can do the agile things, if you can experiment knowing that you have that foundation, that unlocks a whole world of opportunity.
So let me ask you to look forward. Look at EC 2018. You come back to Orlando. Where do you want Twilio to be? What are the steps that are going to be happening between now and then in order for you to take Twilio to that vaulted land of top tier vendor of an agile enterprise cloud-based solution?
Yeah, I mean, I think our customers are already doing the right things, and whether it's Nike or Morgan Stanley or ING or Nordstrom, folks building the right experience, and we're just excited to be doing more of that so that we can come back in 2018 and tell more of those stories, because the platform is there, the features that you need to do it are there. We continue at that better than 5 nines API uptime, so we're excited to come back and tell more stories next year.
Al, that's fantastic. Thank you so very much for your time. Thank you for being with our audience and sharing your knowledge with them. Now, if they wanted to find out more about Twilio, more about what truly makes your company unique, where would be the best place for them to find those resources?
Yeah, so everything is on Twilio.com. All of our product documentation, all of our pricing is all on Twilio.com. And then we have use case specific landing pages. So if you're interested in contact center, for example, you can go to Twilio.com/contact center and get all of the information on that.
Al Cook from Twilio, Robert Ballecer, the Digital Jesuit, and we're here at Enterprise Connect 2017.